Hey, what's going on, guys? Foundations Emperor here, back today with another video. And today, guys, we're continuing the Halloween series, the spooky season, and today we will be covering the in-troop gang, the in-game troops for the limited edition infected regular troops. So we already covered the boss strike units. Those were all limited edition, only obtainable during the boss strike, and they were normally recycled every single Halloween, but for the most part they were limited edition in pretty much every other way, at least by Battle Nation standards. But today we're going to be discussing units you could actually build in your game. You could make within your own game, and while most of these were limited edition to an extent because you had to do them during the Halloween event, unlike the boss strike units who were boss strike units and you can only get one of them each, as per the amount of tiers in the boss strike, these were practically limitless. I mean, we'll get into it, but you could get as many of these units as you wanted. So what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the infected facility unit. So here's an image of what the infected facility looks like, and when you would click on it, it would bring you to this page right here. So it would look like this. It would show this, random trooper and then the black nanopods it costs to make it. And actually, I have it right here. So also, by the way, I'm on the smallest map I could find. This is called the Hunter's House. This is an in-game location for the old Battle Nations, and you can see it is super easy to get soft lock here for me, and it's also just extremely tiny, but I love it, and it's actually going to work perfectly to do what I need to do for today, which is show off this building. So let's find it real quick. There it is. Pitched by some as alternative medicine, the infected test facility offers an alternative to disease, thought, and free will. Used with caution, it's a one-way transformation. And yes, any units you put in here, you can't put regular units in. Well, you can, but they have to be injured first. So they go into a regular battle, you injure them, and then your units in the hospital can be infected through the test facility. And this is what it looks like all close up. So that's what it looks like. Obviously, some evil experiments going on in there. So you would build this, you would use black nanopods, which were only obtainable during the infection event, and you would use these black nanopods to have a random chance to get any of these units. The units range from specimens O1 to O4, of course O1 being the weakest, O4 being the strongest, and here are all of them: the Bullfrog, Creeper, Cannoneer, Stalker, and a very rare chance to get the Colossal. Now, if you've seen the boss strike video, you might remember that guy, because that guy was only obtainable for a while during the boss strike. However, you then could get him here, and he was extremely rare to get through the test facility. The stronger units you use, the stronger chance you have of getting, or the higher chance you have of getting stronger infected units. However, even a Bigfoot, which was, a fairly certain adult Bigfoot, had a 15% chance of becoming a Colossal, a very low chance. Considering, you're having to sacrifice a Bigfoot for a 15% chance, pretty crazy. So those were the first round of infected units, and that's what we'd see for a while. But then in later boss strikes, they would bring up these bad boys. So this is the Proto Hunter, the Proto Shredder, which you can just see is infected Raptor. If you put a weakened or a wounded Raptor through the test facility here, it has a 40% chance to become a Shredder, a Proto Crawler, a Mauler, and then of course at the bottom there, those are just the boss strike units. Of course they can't be obtained through the test facility, they cannot. However, you can get them regularly through the boss strike, but of course they're all limited to one each as per boss strike. So those are all the infected units you could get through this right here, this little bad boy right here, the infected test facility. And this was a unique sort of event. While the boss strikes did recycle, you can tell they did try to put some creativity into this one. Of course, still recycling a little bit, of course. But I mean, even still, just having, these new units, again, this is the first section of what was available for the first time: the Bullfrogs, Creepers, Prototypes, Cannoneers, and the Stalkers, along with the rare chance of Colossal. And then they give you a whole new batch of people, these guys right here: the Hunter, the Shredder, the Crawler, and of course another rare one, the Mauler. And then again, those are just the boss strike units for reference. So a very fun event, And I guess we'll get into a little bit of theorizing, just like I did in the last video. While I do personally believe, and again, I want to make sure before I get into any discussion, I don't have any prior knowledge. I'm shooting into the dark. I have all the information you guys do. But just taking shots in the dark and guessing, I'm pretty confident infected units will come back in some way, shape, or form because they were just so freaking popular and so freaking cool. I mean, just look at this test facility. I'm going to get rid of all this other stuff, even a mountain, just to keep in you and get rid of Morgan's house by Morgan. Um, and I mean, just these things were so just interesting. So I'm very confident not only will infected ball strikes be coming back, I'm very confident this infected facility will be coming back. Maybe not this exact model right here. I mean, maybe, you never know, but it probably will be something slightly different. But I think the concept will be the same there, and I would love to see that for next Halloween. We're getting a little bit too late into October for them to release it and then try to do a Halloween update. But next October, October of 2025, when we have Battle Nations out and about, I think that would be a fantastic update to bring for the community. So just want to drop this quick little video. Nothing too crazy to mention. Just want to discuss all of these infected units because I personally just think, again, it was one of the best events, not even just ball strikes, but best events Battle Nations ever put on. I do love the factor of the randomness of it. I know some people got annoyed by that back in the day because, let's say, you want some Colossals. Okay, train up a bunch of Bigfoots, get them injured, and now you have a 15% chance per Bigfoot, right? But I always found that, to be a little bit of, the fun of it. And all of these creatures, from the first batch to the second batch to even the limited edition ball strike units, I all felt had their own means about them and all had their own special charm to them. I decided to just throw down a bunch of these bad boys. Let's see if I can fit any more in here. See how much I can truly get in here. But yeah, I really do hope these guys are brought back in some form. I'm very confident they will just because of how much the community absolutely adored them. I would personally be shocked. Can I get rid of this? Let's see. Yes, I can. Okay, yeah. So again, I think they would be a perfect slam dunk for the new team, Madrona Games, to bring them back. And I'm very confident that they will. Just from the sheer factor of how popular the infected units were, the factor that they have all of the mechanisms to bring them back. And again, it just would be such a slam dunk and a beloved Halloween event. So, oh my goodness, I removed it and I still can't put new stuff there. Oh, is what it is, I guess. So yeah, guys, that will just about do it for us today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And if you have any future suggestions or comments for future videos, please drop them down below. I would love to make any Battle Nations content you guys are considering. Of course, this month we're focusing on Spooktober, but anything after that goes. And I'd love to, keep some comments for recommendation for, early November. And that will do it for us today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, have a great rest of your day.